We are bracing for record low temperatures. Storm Team 8 says a strong push of Arctic air will hit us this weekend, and before we see those frigid temperatures, we are getting you prepared. Some important things to keep in mind. Lisa LaPlante, the Kent County Community Liaison, joins us tonight to talk a little bit more about this. You know what? It's so cold out there that I don't think people realize just how dangerous it can be.
And you know, you don't realize how dangerous it is, especially for like little kids who seem to be having fun playing in the snow and the cold. It doesn't take long for frostbite to set in on those little fingers and little noses and ears. So you want to make sure you're doing what you can to protect the kids that are out there. But also make sure you're checking on your neighbors and your family members. Make sure they're doing okay with it too.
Let's talk a little bit about what you need to do to be safe in the cold.
Absolutely. You know, first of all, make sure that you're trying to stay dry at all times. You want to make sure that if you're going outside, that you stay outside for just a few minutes at a time. Make sure that you're checking on those friends and neighbors while you are outside. Wear layers. You know, it's always best to have more layers on than you need. That way, if you have to, you can take a few layers off. And finally, you know, when you're driving, make sure you have an emergency kit in your car. You want to make sure that you've got a kit that's within reach, and also keep an emergency blanket in case you get stuck somewhere for a long time. That way you can keep warm. And always, like I said, keep it within reach. If it's in your trunk and you can't get to your trunk, then it's no good.
That's true. And also our pets that, you know, you can't leave them outdoors too long because it's just so bitterly cold.
That's right. I mean, some pets have a nice thick coat and they can handle the cold, but for smaller pets, for example, you want to make sure you're taking care of them. Cats, smaller dogs. It doesn't take very long for frostbite to set in for some of them. And you also want to make sure, because a lot of people are putting salt out on their driveways and on their sidewalks, when they come in, make sure that you're washing the pads of their feet. Otherwise, they get that salt in there, and that can cause irritation, and then when they lick it out, it causes stomach irritation, and we all know what that'll do.
Yes, that's right. So what about frostbite? What are some of the things that we need to watch out for frostbite?
Well, you know, you'll notice a numbness or tingling right away. You'll see some redness, or it'll start to turn kind of a grayish, yellowish color. The skin surface will become firm and waxy. When you start to feel that, the best thing to do is get indoors right away and run warm water, not hot water, but warm water over them until the numbness goes away and until you can start to feel them again. If you don't notice that right away, you should call for emergency help. You know, make sure that you're getting that attended to as quickly as possible. Now, if you are outside for a longer period of time and you start to feel lethargic, you're confused, stumbling, or you see somebody who's having those issues, you want to get them into a warm place right away, because hypothermia could be setting in, and you want to make sure that you're getting them the treatment that they need right away.
Yeah, and possible medical help. Lisa LaPlante, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate those tips.
Thank you.